Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids. In Chicago, it's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to jimmydore.com. See how crazy it is?
Oh, guess why?
Microsoft IT outage live. Only contact your GP if it's urgent. Patients told as internet fails worldwide. Internet fails worldwide. Internet fails worldwide. So you can't use credit cards. What if we all have our digital currency? That's why you need gold, baby, and you also need cash. And so that's why I hate these businesses that we don't accept cash. Fuck off.
I think those businesses do that because they don't trust their employees.
But you're right. So the head of this is because of a company called CrowdStrike. Where do we know CrowdStrike from? CrowdStrike was the liars that said that Russia hacked the DNC server. They were being paid by Hillary Clinton. FBI outsourced their investigation to CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike made up a lie, and that started Russiagate. So here's the CEO. This is what he had to say about their big, massive failure. The internet fail worldwide because of CrowdStrike. What? Because of one company? Yeah. So this is what he said. This is the CEO. He said, CrowdStrike is actively working with customers impacted by a defect found in a single content update for Windows hosts. Matt, first of all, let me skip. Let me go to this. Here he is. First of all, what kind of asswipe who's the CEO of the company that runs the internet of the world combs his hair like that? What are you, fucking Jenk's nephew? Anyway, and he comes out, you can't even put out a tie? You run the world's internet? You can't put out a fucking tie and a suit coat? You're too cool? You fuck up? So listen to him. So he goes on NBC today, and they ask him, like, how come there isn't redundancy? Why are you doing this on a Friday? Why are you doing it on a Saturday? Anyway, listen to this. Watch this.
Savannah here in Milwaukee. I mean, you're in the cybersecurity business, and I certainly don't even pretend to understand this, but according to your statement, it was a single content update that has managed to shut down air travel, credit card payment systems, banks, broadcasts, street lights, 911, emergency around the globe. Why is there not some kind of redundancy or some sort of backup? How is it that one single software bug can have such a profound and immediate impact?
Well, when you look at the complexity of cybersecurity, you're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. Excuse me. Man.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? That's what happens when you just got caught murdering someone. You just got caught. And you're like, no, let me finish. It's not what it looks like. It's So she's asking him, you guys just wreck the world. Everybody's getting these blue screens. Even bus stops. You know, bus stops have the.
Oh yeah.
Even bus stops had the blue screen. Why isn't there some kind of redundancy? How the hell did this happen?
Well, when you look at the complexity of cybersecurity, you're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. Excuse me. Man, just 1 second, please.
Take a drink of water.
Yeah, sorry.
Sure, it's been a long night.
Take a drink of water, you asshole.
We're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries.
You scammer.
And in this particular case, our systems are always looking for the latest attacks from these adversaries that are out there. So this content update went out, and as it does, and it's been doing for many, many years, obviously we've got a robust team that's looking at the safety and security and the quality of these updates, and we have to go back and see what happened here. But
so basically, he's saying he's not answering the question. Why isn't there some redundancy? How the hell can you you don't roll this out a little bit at a time, or you just do it all at once so the whole goddamn world shuts down? Look at that. That's airports, man. I'm so glad I wasn't flying today.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God. So then you can't even use your credit card to go get it. What do you do?
You're stuck at the airport. You can't even get food.
How do you get? You can't even get your Uber or your Lyft because it's connected to your credit card. You can't even get out of there. Here we go.
There is a negative interaction with the way some of these operating systems work, and in this particular.
Oh, there's a negative interaction, is there? You think? You think worldwide internet goes down? You think? Streetlights, 911's, call centers, 911. So there should be some lawsuits on this. I bet there's a lot of people who died because of it.
Case it was only the Microsoft operating system that was impacted. You'll see a reaction like this, and this is what we've seen here.
Yeah, they.
So no answer. So do you remember the question she asked him? He didn't answer it. No answer. How is there not as redundancy for this? How could this happen? Here I go. And then did you hear his stupid answers? Answers, well, we're always trying to stay ahead and there's a glitch and that's that. He didn't have an answer. Do you want me to play it again? I'll play it again.
Savannah here.
Well, when you look at the complexity of cybersecurity, you're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. Excuse me. Man, just 1 second, please.
Oh yeah, take a drink of
you
water.
take it.
Yeah, sorry.
Sure, it's been a long night.
It's been a long night. We're always trying to stay one step ahead of the adversaries. And in this particular case, our systems are always looking for the latest attacks from these adversaries that are out there. So this content.
So that's not the question. That's not the question. The question that would be the answer to the question. Hey, how are you guys fending off attacks from adversaries? That's not the question she asked. She asked, how come there isn't redundancy?
Update went out, and as it does, and it's been doing for many years. Obviously, we've got a robust team that's looking at the safety and security and the quality of these updates, and we have to go back and see what happened here. But if there's a negative interaction with the way some of these operating systems work, and in this particular case, it was only the Microsoft operating system.
Oh,
that
that's all.
impacted.
It was only.
You'll see a reaction.
It was only. Did you hear him? It was only a Microsoft. That was it. That's all it was. It was nothing. It was only Microsoft. You mean the thing that the whole fucking world runs on? It was only Microsoft. Did you hear him downplay that? Because that's what he's doing. He's downplaying that.
I'm sure everybody at these airports would love to hear that answer.
This is what we've seen here.
Yeah, they. I think a lot of people woke up and.
So the person who was smart enough to ask that question wasn't smart enough to realize he didn't answer it, and they didn't ask him it again. They didn't go, yeah, you didn't answer our question, and then Hoda just goes, oh yeah, she just moves on.
If something nefarious was afoot, if this was some kind of a cyber attack, but you're saying that it was just something within your own system. So now, as we sit here, I was watching the news out of Australia. They were trying to get their television stations back on the air, their hospital software back up and running, the banks going. How long does it take to get everything back up and running?
Well, yeah, first and foremost, again, just to reinforce what you said.
Okay. I don't need to hear anything from that guy. She didn't answer the question, and they didn't press him on it. So Aaron Mate, he says CrowdStrike is the cyber firm that generated the claim that Russia hacked the DNC. We were the first one to debunk that, by the way. I'm petty, and I want respect. Not dumb like everybody says. I'm smart. And I want respect. Not how Pop wanted it. That's how I wanted it. Not how Pop wanted it. What about I wanted? So we debunked that here. We were the first one to bring on Bill Binney and debunk this. CrowdStrike is the cyber firm that generated the claim that Russia hacked the DNC, setting off Russiagate, even though CrowdStrike was working for the Clinton campaign. The FBI relied on CrowdStrike rather than independently investigating the hacked DNC servers. That's true. It only emerged 4 years later that CrowdStrike had no evidence of Russian hacking. The Clinton campaign, CrowdStrike, and Robert Mueller had all concealed this. That CrowdStrike had no evidence of Russian hacking, and that they all concealed it. They even gave false statements to Congress about it. Since then, CrowdStrike has grown into such a powerful force that it today was responsible for a global outage that has disrupted air travel, banking, 911, also hospitals, credit cards, everything. And I said, this is the part of the Russiagate conspiracy theory that never got talked about on cable news or in the New York Times or the Washington Post. Just to sum up, CrowdStrike investigated the DNC hack, which looks like it was Seth Rich. They said they were being paid by Hillary Clinton. They say it's Russia. The FBI doesn't do the investigation. They let Hillary Clinton's paid people, CrowdStrike, do the investigation for them. When does the FBI ever let a private company do a criminal investigation, especially if it's something so important as another country hacking into our elections? So I'll just go through this real fast. So this was his original. He posted this originally. CrowdStrike is actively working with customers impacted by a defect found in a single content update for Windows hosts. Mac and Linux hosts are not impacted. This is not a security incident or cyber attack. The issue has been identified, isolated, and a fix has been deployed. We refer customers to the support portal for the latest updates and will continue to provide complete and continuous updates on our website. We further recommend organizations ensure they're communicating with CrowdStrike representatives through official channels. Our team is fully mobilized to ensure security and stability of CrowdStrike customers. So I like this, what this lady says, Lulu. She says, CrowdStrike CEO is getting pummeled for his response to the global outage. Why everyone hates it? One, it's weapons-grade corporate speak. Let's be clear. Legalese doublespeak is designed to dodge and obfuscate rather than inform or communicate, which is what he did with Hoda and that other lady on the NBC. This statement was obviously written by a committee of lawyers and middle managers whose only goal was to avoid legal risk and threats to their own job security. If you can't understand what the statement is even saying, it's working as intended. 2, the first word should be, I'm sorry. But you won't find that anywhere in this statement, nor the watered down, I take responsibility. Not even the Weasley, we regret. Nothing. It comes off as cowardly and callous. CrowdStrike caused an outage that took down airlines, stock exchange, hospitals, ICUs. People might have died, and the CEO is not sorry? Passive voice throughout.
Correct.
This is such classic move to avoid accountability. It's even become a joke. Mistakes were made. This statement is almost comical in its efforts to dodge assigning responsibility. The issue has been identified. A fix has been deployed. Which issue? Who caused the issue? You did. What fix? Did it work? It's also dismissing customers. Don't bother us with your petty complaints of power going out in your local hospital. We refer customers to the support portal. And we further recommend customers ensure they're communicating with representatives through official channels. You, the customer, are bothering us and making our lives harder. That's what that says. Also gives you useless information. So many words, so little meaning. This statement says nothing useful. Not what the problem was, who caused it, what they learned, what the fix is, how long it might take, and what they're working on, or anything at all. It assigns extra work to the customer by telling them to go through official channels, but does not then link to the official channels. The onus is on you, customers, according to CrowdStrike. And it's woefully insufficient shits are given. This statement conveys that the CEO thinks you're overreacting. Everyone calm down. It was only a global outage that took down emergency rooms and the London Stock Exchange. In fact, not even that. It was a defect found in a single content update, and it was isolated. This outage knocked out 9/11 call centers and hospitals. People literally might have died, and the company's CEO was out here playing it down as if it's no big deal, because that's what they do. So, of course, a guy who looks like that, when he goes on to put on a fucking suit, you slob, and quit trying to be a 24-year-old hipster. You're a fucking 60-year-old douchebag. These CEOs and nerds. Look, I'm cool like an actor. I'm like a director. Look how I comb my hair. And I don't even bother with a suit and tie anymore. Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids. In Chicago, it's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to jimmydore.com.